is up, guys? Alright, I wanted to make this video because I bought this car maybe 6 months ago and it has been one of the best buys I've ever made. This video I wanted to make because this vehicle, I think, is the best value buy for your money that you can get. So to start, this is a Pontiac Vibe. Mine's a 2005. The engine in this car was made by Toyota. It was the same engine that was in the Corolla, the Toyota Matrix, and so it's a very reliable engine. This one has 181,000 miles on it. If you look this vehicle up on cars.com or wherever you buy a used car, you can get this for under $5,000. You can get one for under $5,000 with much lower miles than this. I bought it because I knew they're reliable. The cargo space is insane, which I'll show you in a second. And there's tons of headroom. There's just a lot of space in here for the type of vehicle that this is. It was ahead of its time. It's not an SUV or a crossover, but you do sit up a little higher. This is more of like a wagon. Okay, to start, one of the weirdest things about this particular model that I have is it has manual locks, so you can only unlock it this way. There's no key fob, there's no lock buttons here, and as you can see, it is also crank windows, so you have to crank it. So what would that tell you? I got the base model with no features, but then check this out. There's a sunroof. So this vehicle has manual locks, manual windows, but a power sliding sunroof, and it also has an upgraded sound system, which for copyright reasons I really can't play much. But one of my favorite songs, you might say I'm weird, but I just like that song. Alright, and then one of my other favorite features of this car is, so when you're searching for stations and you want to go through songs, a lot of times there's like such a delay. This car is instant when you change the stations. And if I wanted to go from, so this is NPR 88.9, if I wanted to go to 107.3, watch how fast I can get there. Which, that's not even a station, but, so 107.9. Look how fast you can go from one end to the other. There's zero lag. You know how many new cars have a huge amount of lag with changing stations? You know, it's one of those small things, but on a daily driver, you notice it, and you notice it pretty quickly. Alright, so while we're still up here in the front, if you're on your lunch break and you're sitting in your car and you want to eat your lunch, and you have nowhere to put it, and you don't want to put it on the seat, why don't you just pop this seat forward, and you've got your own nice little lunch tray here. And if you want to sit back there, got your pillow, it doesn't come with the car. You can sit back here and you can eat your lunch. Most modern day cars do not come with this. 115 volt, 100 watt actual power outlet, which is pretty sweet. So you can plug in some other stuff that you can't plug into something like this. And like you were seeing before, mine is more of a base model, but this car still has automatic headlights. Strangely enough though, it's not listed on the stock here, so if I wanted to turn my headlights on, I can turn them on. But if I leave the stock and off, and I turn the car on, they still come on, because it has the sensor right here. The only drawback is you can never turn them off while the car is running at night. So if you're at a drive-in movie, you can't turn them off. And my e-brake is up, and that's usually the trick to get them to not come on, but it does not work in this vehicle. So forums online tell you that there's some wiring you can splice underneath the steering column, but I didn't want to go that far because it's not that big of a deal to me. But this vehicle still has power mirrors and air conditioning. Another great feature of these cars, sorry it's getting dark, is there's tons of storage. So there's a little storage cubby there. Down here there's some storage. I use that for some trash. 2 cup holders and a little storage here, storage up here. Then you got this middle section, more storage. Then you have your normal map pockets in the doors, and then the 2 little, this one and then one on the passenger side. Alright, now back here, if you own one of these, it took me a minute to figure this out, but turning it all the way to the right, the key will open this here, so you can open just the glass. And then you have your rear cargo area. One of my favorite features too is the seat backs are made out of a hard plastic, and same with this. So you never have to worry about scuffing it up. And it just got a little pull here and it's caught, but you can throw that seat forward. Same with this one. It's even got little cup holders there, and then it comes with this piece to cover your goodies in the back. So once you shut this, to lock it, you just turn it. Okay, so that unlocks it. If you turn it just one click to the right, it'll lock it. Turning it to the left unlocks it, and then turning it all the way right, like I said, opens the glass. It took me forever to figure that out because it doesn't say it in the manual. I just think the styling on these is great. So comes with the roof rack. They all have that until I believe 2008 when they got rid of that. Mine has steel wheels with wheel covers. Person before me added the dark tint. Apparently it's still legal. The headlights the headlight bulbs are very easy to change out. When I bought the car, the fog lights were cracked, so I bought some online and replaced those. It took me about 20 minutes. This is also the only vehicle that can ever say that there is 0 soot in the tailpipes. Every other vehicle, go out and take your finger and wipe it inside the tailpipe, and you'll have soot all over your finger. This one is barely dirty. But if you look in there, this is a 15-year-old car and it is that clean. And also one fun fact about this vehicle, overall, the Pontiac Vibe and the Toyota Matrix, is they do not roll over 299,999 miles. It will just stop there. And there was never a fix for it, so if you're looking for a used one and it has that many miles or close to it, just know that it's not going to roll over that and it's going to stop, so you have to calculate it beyond that point. So as I mentioned before, this is a very base model with the manual locks and manual windows, but it came with the sunroof and the upgraded sound system with a subwoofer in the back, which was, I looked it up, part of a Moon and Tunes package, or Sun and Sounds. Mine, I believe, was the Moon and Tunes, but how crazy is that? You could get a sunroof and upgraded sound, which it's not completely upgraded like the new Bose systems or, you know, whatever name brand they have. It's the extra sub, and then they add the speakers in the doors. I think they're the tweeters, they call them. So that's pretty cool though. The bass is awesome, and for such an old car, I thought it was pretty cool that they had a package like that. Alright guys, I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope you can still see me. I thought it'd be fun to make this, but I think this is the best bargain buy, very practical vehicle, something that's going to be extremely reliable. My parents have owned one since brand new in 2003, I believe, and all they've done is change oil. I think now all they need is like new shocks, and you know, that's it. So something like this is going to be very cheap to own, extremely practical, a good buy. Alright guys, thank you for watching. See you later.